Hey guys, Jimmy Williams again, back with another informative video. I felt that this video could not wait. I felt like, you guys really need some answers to some of your major questions that I've been getting in over the last couple of weeks. And again, you haven't seen me and my wife in a while, so we just did a video the other day, a couple days ago. And you guys are happy to see her, so I'm glad about that. Okay, you guys have actually responded better to me because of her, you know. But man, she's just phenomenal. Arlene is the apple of my eye, and thank you for all of the good comments and the things that you said about her. And she's very, very thankful for that. So continue to pray for us, support us in any way that you can, and we're supporting you to help you build your dreams and visions. Okay, but again, I'm making this video to go over something I think is critical for your business. We're going to be talking about how to really establish your business and make it successful, because the biggest questions that I'm getting is, Jimmy, I've been at this a couple of years. I have a huge team, and it's unproductive. I'm still not making money. I'm joint venturing with different people, and it's still not working for me. Some of you guys who are newbies, when you're a newbie, you really don't know what to do. But when you've been doing this 4 or 5 years and you're still not finding success, you have to make some major changes. So I'm going to speak first to the more mature people. You've been around a few years, and you're still not making money with real estate. All right. There's a couple of things you need to know about how real estate functions, how it works. And then on top of that, you need to understand how a company is established, because you can understand real estate, but not really turn it into a business. Some of you are trying to do a side hustle, and that's the kind of money you're going to be making. You're going to make side hustle money until you understand that this is a conglomerate. You have to buy into a system. All right. You have to establish a real corporation, if you will, and structure it similar to how people, even in the corporate world does, corporate America does. All right. And one of the main things that I think people are missing is that how you establish your corporation is going to be predicated on the people you have in it. All right. And in fact, if it's structured wrong and the foundation is laid wrong from the top all the way down to everyone in the middle to the bottom, you may make some money, but it's not going to be nowhere near the potential that it could be. Some of you feel like, you're privy to, the opinions of other people. You're privy to, the schisms that you hear. Most businesses fail within 5 years and all that stuff. That's entirely up to you to quit. Okay, no matter what you've heard people talk about, what they say, you can make a decision not to quit and overcome all of the naysayers. All right, but I'm going to tell you the facts. I'm going to show you really quick some of the steps you need to take to be a very successful, not just a real estate investor or a cash buyer or a wholesaler, whatever you want to be, but a successful business person. All right, so let's get right into this. It's going to be a short video. Okay, the first thing you need to understand about business is the fatal mistake that I've made, and a lot of my colleagues have made, some of the people over the years before I got the right mentorship, was this. I was trying to bring in too many people in my circle. That's a fatal mistake. Here's why. If those people you're trying to bring in have not been proven and tested, they can cause you more problems later in business. If you really don't know their business practices and they haven't really suffered with you for some period of time and went through some things with you in your business, and you really don't know their character, and you put them in a position of power, what that can do is it can ricochet, hit you back. You're trying to build something, and you have them in the company, and they're operating without integrity. You don't really know what they're doing. And so business comes in, and it's not done the right way, and you don't know much about this person or this group of people. And what tends to happen is whenever it blows up, those people either lie or disappear, and they don't really stand up and take the fall for it. It ends up on you because you're the owner. So the first thing I'll tell you, the first piece of advice is narrow down your circle, okay? If you have 30 people you're working with that's not working, you need to reevaluate, maybe cut at least half of them. I know some of you don't want to hear that because, I got to fire these people. Listen, if you build your company too fast and you don't lay the foundation properly, it's going to fall anyway, all right? So you may have to cut 25 to 30 to 50% of them to restructure it because, you brought them in on the pretense that they were going to do everything right. And after you evaluate everything, they're doing things wrong, and you hold on to them, they're going to cause the whole entire company to crumble. So stop associating with everybody. The 5 closest people you associate with, that's where your income is going to be. So again, the first thing you do is you have to narrow down the people you associate with. do more, background checks and check them out, do more severe and more intense, well, rev up your advertising, but you're interviewing and the methods that they have to go through to join your team. If you look at my team, in my real estate group, in my Facebook group, the real estate people you see at the top there, the people that joint venture with me and work with me, I've been knowing those people for quite some time. I know their integrity. A lot of them are my students. Some of them are my peers. Some of them are coaches. But I got to know them before I brought them on board. So I know their character. I know how they function. So, I wasn't going to just put anybody at the top of the banner of my Facebook page, of our group page, and just dish out leadership without knowing who I'm working with. Some of you who don't believe in the Bible, you may not understand this, but it's going to make sense. A Bible term was the Bible scripture that says, know them that labor among you. In other words, I'm coming from a preaching standpoint. When you're preaching or ministering and the people you work with in ministry, you should really get to know them. It's the same thing in business. I cannot sign major deals with people that I don't really know that's on my team. Sometimes I can work with other people that's on the other side of that business deal. I may not know them as well, but the people in my circle, I need to know them. So again, narrow down the inner conglomerate that you have. If you have 5 people, you may need to cut it to 2 or 3. Here's why it's so important, and I'm closing because I can't get too much at one time, but you got to take what I just said, rewind it, get it in your psyche, get it in your mindset, okay? Get it in your subconscious mind. That's where I'm trying to go with this. You have to understand that if you don't focus and narrow down your team and get that team where you got people you can trust, you'll destroy your empire in the very beginning. All right, in the beginning, before you could spend 5 and 10 years building that thing, but because you didn't structure right in the beginning, you never really had a true foundation laid. You never had a dynasty, put in place, a real system in place that's going to succeed and outweigh you and outlast you. Okay, that's what you really want. But at the very top, if you look at leadership, how it works, the integrity has to start with you. And then because if you look at any company, it always starts with the owner at the very top. And then you have the owner hires a CEO to run the company. Underneath the CEO, you have executives. So the CEO is an executive position, but then you have others that are branch executives and district executives in different regions and everything. And then underneath that, that's when they go and hire the supervisors, okay, or the team managers or leaders, whatever, right? Then you have the sub leaders of the team leaders, and then you have the actual regular employees, like the regular customer service reps. If you look at that, that's actually a legal pyramid, really, because there's some pyramids out there that are illegal, right? But it's a legal pyramid. People say, I hate pyramids. Well, corporations are pyramids, right? And if you want to run your company successfully, you have to run a legal pyramid. You're the visionary, you're the founder, and then you have you have your CEO underneath that, and then you have people that are underneath the CEO to help that company run, right? And then you got to trust all these people. Well, the biggest mistake people make is at the very top, that inner triangle, hiring a wrong CEO that you can't trust, that they're not fit for that particular position for your company. All right. What I'm telling you guys, most real estate firms don't get it. That's why they fail. They may make some money, but they don't last a long time. But if you'll take that one secret I just told you and apply it, you'll find out that your situation with your company will be much better off. But it's always in that inner circle. It's the owner, the co-founder, and all those people at the very top, and then you have the CEO, and then you have who the CEO brings on board or manages, those executives, and then they go out and they bring on the supervisors and all that. Now, if you're a small conglomerate, a small company, you don't, all the other steps underneath the CEO is not going to concern you right now. So the most important thing is the owner, which would be yourself, and then if you have a co-owner, so it would be, in my case, it'd be me and my wife, and be me and her, and then we have people, those people that you see at the top of our banner. That's our inner circle. Those are I would say some of the executives that have certain positions that do things. Even to the customer service reps and all those people, I know them very well. So it would just be me and my wife, and then that group right there. That's the most important group. But if you have people in there, you have snakes. I say snakes, people that are not for you. You know what I mean? They're not honest with you. They're there to destroy your company. You need to find out who they are and let them go. People that have bad business practices, you know, they don't like to pay people. You got to let them go. They don't operate with integrity when it comes to dealing with other real estate investors, whether they're seasoned or not seasoned at all. Pardon me, that's bad for business. It's going to reflect bad on the company. And so when you do that, you deal with your inner circle. It's going to allow you to flourish in ways you never thought possible. And trust me, when you do that, the money will come by default. But you've got to do that first. Again, it's the top triangle you need to be concerned with, okay? That's it. You deal with that right, and you'll be okay. But if you don't, you're going to have a bunch of problems later. I've seen major companies fall apart because some of the people at the top had bad business practices, and the owner refused to fire them, refused to go into, you know, and find out what they were all about, because they wanted the business to grow fast. You know, they liked the fact that they were very, you know, successful with the other company, so they thought they were going to come into their company and be the same way. But integrity will outweigh the money. It will outweigh, you know, your success financially that any company can bring. Because once you lose your name and who you are, that's the hardest thing to get back. Okay? Don't compromise your integrity. But when you make your circle smaller, okay, the people that really, really have your back for your vision, that's when your success is really going to start. And it will, you know, it'll be a domino effect. You do things the right way with integrity. You show up to work on time. You keep your word. You pay your people. And the people that are underneath you, CEO on down, if you're joint venture with all these other wholesalers, make sure you know, keep them accountable. I recommend you don't roam around with so many people, so many wholesalers. You want to narrow that list down. But when you do that, they trust you, you trust them. You have a far better chance of succeeding and maintaining your success, because remember, success is not a destination, it's a journey. You're not just going to arrive one day to success, because there's so many different levels of it. Okay? I hope you got something out of this. I mean, I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. But again, you need to narrow down your inner circle. Find out who the people are that are in there that are not really with what you're trying to establish. And you have to remove those people from the company. If you have to go back to the drawing board and let everyone else go, except for you and your wife, or, you know, just you guys, you know, or people, if it's a family business, just a family. Sometimes in the family, you got to let some of those people go too. But you got to find out where the dead weight is and get rid of it and go back to the drawing board again. There's nothing else I can tell you about that. But if you try it, your life will change. Your business will change. Your outcome will change. Your results will change. The trajectory of your business will totally change. I want to see you soar like an eagle, but you gotta get yourself established like an eagle and do what eagles do to soar. I hope you got something out of this, guys, okay? If you have any questions for me, you know, I'm pretty hard to get a hold of now because we have this whole team now. But if you have any basic questions, you know, you just look at the top of our Facebook page, and you know, there's an 800 number up there. And you would contact Lena Larkin. She does customer service. You know, you can call her or email her with basic questions, and she'll get back to me, because I'm not as successful as I was before. But we're here for you. We want to see you make it, okay? I'll be back with another video later this week. I have a couple of nice interviews coming up, guys. A couple of my main mentors that really pour into me and have shown me the way. I'm going to be doing some more interviews this week, and a few more students as well. Again, I'll see you guys up here at the top. Take care. Bye-bye.